What's up, everybody, and welcome back to an episode of Frank Presents the Play Call. I messed it up. We're gonna take that too. Welcome back to Frank Presents the Play Call. It's been a while. How's everybody doing? Happy 4th. June, Bree, and Nikki, we all together again. What's going on?
Hi guys, I'm doing good. Happy 4th. Beautiful Tuesday morning over here. Before we start, I wanted to say rest in peace to Ryan Mallett. Passed away in a drowning incident. He was a quarterback for the Patriots and the Ravens. Died at 35 years old, so rest in peace to him.
Yes, rest in peace to him too. It was tragic.
Yeah.
Zone to zone.
I think it goes back to what that saying is like. You gotta live every day because you just don't know. You gotta cherish your days
Mm-hmm.
because you just don't know if you're gonna wake up or not. I had a friend of mine that passed away about a year ago, and she healthy. She just didn't wake up.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. So rest in peace to her too.
Ooh, R.I.P.
June, how you doing?
R.I.H.
Oh, yes.
Hey, I'm feeling good. I got the thing going for the podcast merchandise coming. The store, the Gee Dunk is gonna open soon.
The Gita.
We're gonna have some wing coins and stuff for sale there. But anyway, yeah, I'm feeling good. It's been a while. It's been a while for us four. I know I have been a lot. I missed the last two. I felt like I missed the whole year. So my apologies on that, but it feels really good to be back.
Amen to that. It does feel good to be back. It does feel good. And we're like 65 days away from Thursday, the actual first game of the season. So
what date is that, Frank?
Huh?
What date is that?
September 7th.
And then what happened after that?
Oh, September 8th, I retire.
So let's go.
I got it right there. Like 66 days. The ceremony, 65 days to kick off. Like,
let's go, man.
Super excited. For that day, we are planning to record in the house. I'm actually looking at equipment right now, like a camera and stuff like that we can set up. Talk to my brother-in-law. He did a whole school on photography and filming and stuff. So he's got 2 cameras he's bringing up. So I asked if he's here in time to record us in the living room set up. We can watch the first game together and record previous to that. So I'm very excited about that. I'm gonna buy mics. So super, super excited. Might buy some wireless ones. So we don't got to worry about the cords and stuff. We can just set up and have regular conversations. So excited. Nikki, how you doing? Love the shades.
Yeah. Okay, I'm doing great.
Awesome. So we haven't recorded in a while, and Bree has done a great job tracking what we're going to talk about. So I'm going to just hand it over to her. Bree, do your thing.
First, all right, I'm going to add a photo because I thought this was really, really cool. And then I'm going to go through the significance of it, right? So, boom. Hold on, let me go to my notes real fast. So the Lions unveiled an alternate helmet for the upcoming regular season. So this is their new helmet that they're going to wear, or alternate helmet. Now, I have a photo of the significance. So symbolizing the future is the shell color never worn in the NFL. So that blue is a color that's been never worn in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
And then the classic logo pays tribute to the club's heritage. So the classic Lions logo is also on it. The face mask is a matte face mask, Lions designated, and Lions signature Detroit gray. So their face mask is gray. The helmet will only be worn with the team's all gray alternate uniform. And then the 2 lines in between the lion, it celebrates the Lions' 90th season.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. I'm excited for the Lions this year. I really am.
I mean, I am too. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, y'all. I think their season last year was real eye-opening. I'm a little nervous because of the players that got suspended, but you know what? At this point, they got no choice to go all the way up. Nothing can stop them. I don't know why that song touched my spirit, but it did.
Um,
So I had to drop it real quick.
So yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna see what's up. I think that's dope. And I find interesting how these teams, I don't know who creates it, I don't know who comes up with it, but how they come up with this different meaning behind what they're doing and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like the Chiefs ring, their Super Bowl ring when we talked about it, and the diamonds and all the difference in the numbers and what all that meant. I mean, it's amazing to see that and activity in it.
It makes it feel and sound more significant. You know what I'm saying? Like you can always get a helmet, you can always get a ring, but when it has meaning, it just heightens the actual item.
Yep.
So, cool. Like my gift or this merchandise, like I might not even use it. I might just put it up. You know? Come on, girl. Off the street. I'm sorry.
Okay, I didn't add this to the notes, but Bill Belichick was trending for 2 reasons last night.
Mm.
One of the reasons was that ex-NFL quarterback Michael Vick says that the Chiefs' Andy Reid might be the greatest coach of all time over Patriots' Bill Belichick. He noted the number of factors, including Reid's success with multiple quarterbacks, unlike Belichick. He says that once Andy Reid's career is over, his legacy will be bigger than Bill Belichick. Do you guys agree? No.
Only if he wins 6 Super Bowls with Patrick Mahomes. Actually, he got to win 7. And if he really wants to be Belichick, he has to win 8. So, no. So Andy Reid's an offensive head coach. That's going to be the winning factor in this, is that he's been able to adjust and make the offense needed to win the games. We saw Patrick Mahomes last year. No Tyreek Hill, average receivers, but he had Travis Kelce, and Pacheco was a phenomenal running back as a rookie, and they won a Super Bowl. It came down to Andy Reid's play calling. Let's just be honest, or Eric Bieniemy. We'll find out this year because Bieniemy's not with the Chiefs no more. But in my opinion, Andy Reid didn't have the success of winning a Super Bowl until he got Patrick Mahomes. He lost in Philly with McNabb. He went to 4 NFC championships and finally made it to a Super Bowl, which he lost to Belichick and Brady. Then he gets to the Chiefs. He didn't do anything with Alex Smith. The team, all they needed was a quarterback. He got Patrick Mahomes, and that's when they started winning. But the face of football is very different compared to when the Steelers and the Ravens and the Patriots and the Colts and all these guys was going at it in the AFC. It's hard to have 20 years of success. See, you can have a no losing, and you can have 15 years or never have a losing season. But what did you do in them never losing seasons? If you don't win Super Bowls, what does it matter? If you don't go to AFC Championship games, what does it matter? So, in my opinion, yes, he can pass Belichick if they can sustain that for 20 years. And in them 20 years, if they can win 6 Super Bowls, at least match what they did. That's it.
But there's only one thing. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying if not, it's just rings matter to me. So, but that's it. But I'm not disagreeing with Vic either. Like, they got a strong case.
The only thing.
No, go ahead, nigga.
The only thing I disagree with you is this, right? It all depends on what level you're looking at it. Now, if you got 18 million Super Bowl rings, that's the level. So look at it. If you got 7, that's a level. But if you have been a head coach and haven't had a losing season, that's something commendable to praise. You get what I'm saying? Like, I do agree. If you don't make it to the big game, yeah, we could be like, well, how successful? No, if you're only looking at it through those lenses. You get what I'm saying? So I guess it only depends on what criteria are we basing it on, right? Are we basing it on Super Bowl wins? I mean, yeah, wins. Then okay, that's the criteria. But not having a losing season, that's I mean, it's hard not to lose. I mean, it's hard to keep that going. So that is something that I would look as commendable. To have 7 rings, but you had let's just say out of 20 years, you got 7 rings, but you have X amount of losing season. Okay, you have no rings, but no losing season. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it's the same thing, but it is something for me to take and tip my hat off at, towards you. So I don't know. It's easy when, like, for example, Bill is your head coach, and I'm not saying you're saying this because you're biased, but you are biased. It is what it is, and it's okay. But yeah, just I think it depends on the criteria.
I think right, it's always going to be one of those conversations where you take Michael Jordan, he has 6 rings. You take LeBron, he has 4 with 3 different teams.
Mm-hmm.
That's always an argument, right? Because Michael Jordan has 6 with 1 team, he has 4 with 3 different teams. I think it's pretty dope to go like this and have 3 different logos. But that's one. And then you actually have those players that retired with 0 rings, but could probably be the arguing case of an iconic legend, because they didn't have the supporting cast that
Phillip Rivers,
everybody.
Dan Marino,
right? I mean, look at Robert Horry. I mean, the dude has like 10 rings, I think. I mean,
yeah, he does.
Nobody ever mentions him.
No.
But that's even though it's a different sport. However, I'm just going off of the fact that it's kind of hard to compare. Like, yeah, Belichick has all these rings, and this guy only has 2.
So I have a question.
Where?
Do you think Michael Vick, let's say Patrick Mahomes decides to retire today, right? And because Michael Vick says once Andy Reid's legacy, like once his legacy's over, his legacy will be bigger. So if Patrick Mahomes decides to retire today, right? Do you think the Chiefs will continue to have the success so his legacy will be as great as it was?
It's hard for me to say that because we've seen Andy Reid at NFC. June's an Eagles fan. He has success. He did. Nobody's denying that. But when it comes down to it, he didn't win his first Super Bowl until he got Patrick Mahomes. Right? So Nikki brought up a good point. What is successful to you? Watching Speak today, they asked Shady a question. He said, you know what kind of team you have at the beginning of the season. They're in training camp. So going into the season, we're not winning a Super Bowl. So maybe success to that team is breaking 500 or above 500. You know what I'm saying? When you start,
remember that was my success last year.
Yeah, exactly.
And
we'll take that, and we'll take it, right? Because it's an improvement from where you was at the previous year. My thing with this whole Andy Reid and Belichick and Mahomes and Brady, it's just, to me, too premature in a sense. Because, again, you talking about a franchise that has success from 2001 till Brady left in 2019 when he left, or whatever it was. And in that time frame, they went to 8 Super Bowls together. No, I'm lying to you. 9 and won 6. They're the only team, or the last team, I should say, to win back-to-back Super Bowls. 03 and 04. I don't know how many divisional championships they have. How many times they went to the AFC Championship. And again, when we start comparing, right, because that's what people do, head coach to head coach, quarterback to quarterback. Last time Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid lost in the AFC Championship was to Brady and company at home. For Brady to go to play the Rams in the Super Bowl. So it's and win his 6. So to me, there's so many that goes into play when we start talking about this. I don't know if Andy Reid's success is going to continue, because we have to give Mahomes the credit he deserves. Let's be honest. Last year, look what he was doing with what he had. He was out there with a high ankle sprain, and the Eagles couldn't even sack him in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So it was. Do I think? I don't know. I'm gonna say no, only because he didn't do it with Alex Smith. And he didn't do it with Donovan McNabb. He did it with Patrick Mahomes. And that's going to be the difference. And it just happens.
Yeah, but
a great
Yeah, but people are. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no. A great coach with a phenomenal quarterback. Let's just be honest. He is.
Yeah, but people are different, right? I've always been strong with or my idea that some people are great quarterbacks, right? Um, but they're phenomenal backup. You get what I'm saying? Like I can never put you as number one. Like you don't like your ceiling is a phenomenal backup, right? Um, and I liked Alex Smith. I actually before he decided to retire, when he was looking, I wanted us to get Alex. And just because I felt like maybe the team that he was a good backup, but for another team, he could have at least, like for example, Minshew. Minshew's a good backup, and for that year, that's what Jacksonville needed. You know, for us to kind of make some kind of progress. He was never a QB1. You know what I mean? And it's evident when he left the team. He's become QB2, and where we plug and play or where they plug and play him, he's okay. He tries to manage the game. I just say that just to say that it's hard to put other people, and I know we're going to look at it like that, like, oh, he made him a phenomenal what's that thing called? Quarterback. But sometimes it's a little bit on the people too. Like, I can only sharpen a pencil that you actually bring to the class. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you don't bring the pencil, there's nothing I can. It doesn't matter how hard I try to sharpen. It ain't gonna get there. So I don't know. That's all I'm gonna say about that right there. I mean, and I know in sports this is what we do. This is how people think, but I hate the comparison, even though it makes sense to compare. But they're two different people, different styles, different time. Like time does play a part. Bill was earlier on. He was younger when he got his success. Andy Reid, he's a little older. You get what I'm saying? Like playing with Patrick and stuff like that. Like the knowledge, the tenure, it's already there. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know. It's just so different.
Andy's more of a player's player, like a player's coach. He shows more emotion. Again, Andy Reid's phenomenal. I'm not discrediting him. And I think he's a offensive genius. What he did in that Super Bowl, it's like the dude was playing chess and they were playing checkers in a sense. It was amazing, and what they've done, like the herd says all the time, lost his offensive players, alignment. He in the offseason, he fixed that. Lost Tyreek Hill in the offseason, he fixed that. And again, I don't know how much Eric Bieniemy had to play in this. We had this conversation about him not getting a shot. But you got to give the man credit. He's adjusted very well. But I also feel when you have a phenomenal talent like Patrick Mahomes, who right now, currently, you can make the argument is the greatest quarterback playing the game right now. I mean, let's say, so if you take Mahomes out and you put Joe Burrow in there, is it the same success or is it different?
I actually like Joe.
I know I like Joe. I think Andy Reid with both is going to win. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it's just, I don't know. But again, it comes down to this. Legacies are built on your overall record. And like right now, Belichick is under scrutiny. Some people, especially Shady McCoy, will say it. He's whack. He's not good. It was all Tom Brady, blah, 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 blah. I would love to say it's all time, but it just the right recipe at the right time that cooked up the best dish. You know what I'm saying? But the truth be told, without Brady, he's only a 500 head coach.
Yeah.
A lot of people questioned him last season what he did. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. I would like to see, to answer your question, I don't know. I don't think he would be. I don't know. I can't say because there's a lot of talent. Archie Manning's coming out in a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? and he looks
Yeah,
amazing.
amazing. Yes.
So who knows, man? But the
Mind
Chiefs.
you, he looked that good. He looked that good in like coming out of high school, going
Yeah.
to college.
I mean, it's fair to say that right now the Chiefs are the team to beat. They're the new team that you got that you want to strive to beat. You know, I don't necessarily like Travis Kelce talking trash, but he's, when you're winning and you got the rings to back it up, hey, talk your shit,
You're not happy about him. So.
Yes. And then I'm gonna share my screen for the second reason that Bill Belichick is trending. So, screen start. So I'm going to Twitter. We do not own the copyrights to whatever I'm about to show. Can everyone see this?
Yeah.
I think let me go to my. How do I go to my profile? I retweeted it. Yeah, I think I retweeted it. Yeah, I did. So
The skates?
Bill do to bring out the best in you?
all right, let me start over.
Tom, what did Bill do to bring out the best in you?
I think it's more what did he not do to bring out the best in me. He, everyone always says I was just very lucky. I mean, I think part of it,
I can't hear it.
my career and got drafted by the Patriots. I always joke, I had no good idea where New England was when I got drafted. I mean, I flew into Providence, which really confuses you if you're coming from the West Coast, because I'm like Boston, Providence, and it was Coach Belichick's first year there, and we came in together, and I always think for so many young players, who's going to be there? Anybody could get drafted to a place. Who's going to turn you into something? Who's going to develop you? Who's going to take you under their wing? And sometimes it's a player that does it. And I definitely had a lot of players do that. And obviously, I had someone that really saw something in me that.
So Brady gets emotional.
Like
Go back. Did everybody? I know it was a little low. It's not low when you click on it. It was just low whenever I shared my screen.
I saw that. I saw it.
Yeah.
They just asked him, about his time, like with Belichick, and he
got very emotional.
Yeah,
it was sad.
I don't know. Listen, June retired almost a year ago. I'm getting ready to retire, and whenever you think back in that career, the people that impacted your life, you're gonna get emotional. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was a love-hate relationship with some of our supervisors, some of the commands we hated, but we loved the people, or we had that person that, you don't like, but they do bring the best out of you. They know how to get you to be good. You get emotional, and I think that's what Brady appreciated Belichick. But again, like the books that I've read or heard, or listened to, I should say, everybody says it. Belichick never showed Brady that affection. They never golfed together. They never ate dinner together. He kept it business. You're the quarterback. I'm the head coach. We have a relationship, but he doesn't get attached to people, because then when it comes time to cut ties, you don't want to cut the ties with people. It's business. But Brady appreciates it. Again, it goes back to the topic we were talking about earlier about the whole legacy thing. At the end of the day, you cannot mention football from 2001 to 2019 or 20 without mentioning Belichick and Brady and the Patriots and what they did. You know what I'm saying? You just can't. And I mean, Peyton Manning's career could have been very different if they didn't have to battle the Patriots and him losing to him on certain games and stuff like that. So, I'm not surprised by it. And Brady's emotional anyways. He does not have a problem opening up. So, but I can't wait for the book to come out if he is writing a book, because I want to hear the truth, not the filtered stuff he puts out.
You think it's still filtered?
Yeah. He said it in the barbershop, the LeBron James show that his Maverick Carter and them host. He says it.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't say 90% of what's on his mind. That's where that whole quote came when he was shopping teams and a certain team decided to keep the quarterback they had. And he was like, you're going to go with that fucking guy over me? Like, I'm better than him. And you're going to pick him? Okay. He said it. That's what that quote comes from. And he says a lot of times he keeps a lot of stuff in. He doesn't say. He's protecting his brand. He's protecting his image. You know what I'm saying? So.
Mhm. Okay, so the NFL and NFLPA are committing an additional $526,525,000 to fund studies of pain management solutions, including CBD. So they dropped a whole like 5-page note discussing that basically what they're going to do is try to see if they're looking into CBD treatment for NFL players.
About time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
About damn time.
You know, to me, they when it comes to CBD and weed and stuff, and you know, all that stuff now is not like it used to be. And a lot of players are very open that they do smoke. And a lot of people that have retired out of the NFL, they say they smoke. It's better than popping 15,000 pills that's destroying some part of their organ or getting hooked on painkillers because, you know, they're broke. You know, athletes are broke at the end of the day, whether it's soccer, baseball, hockey, football, cricket, you know, whatever. There's certain ailments that come with the sport. And once you start breaking bones and having surgeries to put pins in, and, you know, like I think some of these athletes, they'll talk about it. You know, it takes them a while just to get out of bed first thing in the morning after they retire. Their body's worn down. So I think it's great. I think it's awesome. It's about time. You know, it's about time.
Speaking of that, though, since we're on this topic, 4 days ago, the NFL is suspending Jags left tackle Cam Robinson 4 games for violating the PED drug policy. The statement from the Jacksonville Jaguars include, we're aware of the 4-game suspension incurred today by Cam Robinson. While we certainly respect the NFL's ruling and are disappointed with the development, we will support Cam as he works his way through the suspension. We are confident that Cam and our team will rise above this challenge as we collectively move forward. And then a statement from Cam Robinson. As a veteran leader in the locker room, I always want to set a good example, and my actions in this instance are not a reflection of that goal. I apologize to the fans, my coaches, and most importantly, my teammates. It hurts me that I cannot be out there with my brothers at the start of the regular season. I will attack training camp the same way I have the last 6 seasons to make sure I'm ready both mentally and physically. So that's that.
I didn't even read his thingy. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because and I get it, okay? I get that, you know, sometimes, I mean, we all make bad choices, right? I get it. But bro, you knew better. Like, don't get me on my brothers and sisters. Like, you knew better. Like, this is something, like, it's a rule. Now, granted, yes, I know people break rules all the time. But bro, I don't want to hear it. I didn't even read it. I don't want to hear it.
Tell it all, please.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's irritating. Like, okay, so the gambling thing, like, I'm 50-50 on that, right? Especially since the punishment hasn't been consistent, right? But we already knew if you take any kind of enhancing thing, you're going to get punished. Like, like, come on, come on. But you know what? My honest truth is this: I'm always going to be harder on my players, right? Because I just expect more, more and motherfucking better. So, maybe that's not fair for me. But yeah.
Okay, speaking of gambling, 2 players on the Colts since the last time we recorded, Isaiah Rodgers and Rashad Berry, and free agent Demetrius Taylor have been suspended indefinitely through the conclusion of the 2023 season, and the Colts also waived those players. And on June 25th, the NFL had released their 6 key rules to the gambling. So rule number 1, don't bet on the NFL. Okay, more details on rule number 1. Don't bet on any NFL games, not even $1. Your team's games, another team's games, outcomes, points scored, parlay, props, future bets on NFL. All includes NFL drafts, combines, Pro Bowl, NFL flag events, and NFL honors. Rule number 2, don't gamble at your team's facility while traveling for a road game or staying at a team's hotel. More details on rule number 2, don't gamble at work, including from your phone. Don't bet on anything when at your team's facility or stadium, including parking lot, on a team's road trip, plane, bus, car, team hotel, or any team businesses. Rule number 3, don't have someone bet for you. Rule number 4, don't share team's inside information. Rule number 5, don't enter a sports book during the NFL playing season. And rule number 6, don't play fantasy football.
Shit, don't play Hennessy football?
Fantasy.
Oh.
Fantasy football. Also, if a player uses his own name in a gambling app, they will alert the NFL. New rule, rookies must go through a mandatory training about gambling policy. And there is no carve out for Vegas players.
So I have a problem. This is the only problem, and I might be wrong, so y'all tell me. If you over here now specifying the rules, then why did you punish all these other people if the rules wasn't set clear? You get what I'm saying? Or was this set clear and it just seemed like a lot of people just misread it? This is why we might now have to define what the rule is. Like,
so it was more vague in their contracts when it came to gambling, but now they're putting out like all the key factors to that one vague rule, like don't gamble. So now it's like, okay, now we have to explain what no gambling is. No gambling means this.
Okay. So if that's the case, then I think that they prematurely was punishing people if it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you, like, for example, if you take the drug enhancement thingy, this is what your punishment is. That is cut and freaking dry. There's no area of gray understanding. Now, if you as an individual want to say it's gray, then we could call bullshit. But where it is gray about no gambling, people like, oh, I wasn't playing the game, or I didn't bet on my team, so then I gambled. Like, now you're specifying, the ins and out of what you mean by no gambling. I don't feel like, I think the people that are getting punished shouldn't. That's just how I feel.
But also the PED one too, there is a gray area when it comes to that because people are getting different suspensions when it comes to PED. Like,
so the problem is, go ahead.
We said it before, like when all the PED stuff was happening with DeAndre Hopkins and stuff, like they should have like a set suspension timeline, right? Whether it's 6 games, 8 games, 4 games. You see players getting 4 games. You see players getting 6 games. You see players getting 12 games. So I think as a whole, when it comes to these policies, the NFL doesn't have a set standard, regardless of what policy they decide to violate.
So that's different, right? The policy is no drug enhancing thingy, right? The way they're rendering their punishment might be different, but the policy is not, it's not great, it's not flawed. But when you say no gambling, right? And people like, well, okay, I'm not gonna gamble on my team. That's the gray area. Don't use drug enhancing thing. There's no gray area. The only thing that they're not consistent is how they're doing the punishment. It's the same thing with the gambling, but the problem with the gambling is now you're specifying what you mean by no gambling. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think this gambling thing is like I was talking about the other day with Bree. The gambling thing is the new peds. I can't even take the last time.
Go ahead.
No. Yeah, but they had the rule, but the peds too for a long time.
No, I said they've had this rule for so long, right? Like the contracts, like I was reading, like this has been a rule since 2008 when it came to gambling and stuff, right? And it's just now players are deciding, to gamble, and it's just like now they have to specify because back when they first came out with the no gambling rule, it was like, okay, nobody gambled. And it's like now we have to cut down every
Define,
layer.
yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
like
that's
back
fair.
then everyone understood no gambling means no gambling, no matter what the circumstances is. Why is it now such a big deal when players in the past understood and didn't do it?
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair to have that idea. That's fair. But I mean, at the end of the day, they're gonna come up and do whatever they think is best whenever they think is best. And I think that that's always been an issue that we've had with their consistency. So I'll I'll let that one slide.
I mean, are they picking and choosing when they want to enforce these policies?
No, I like how so that gambling rule, like as I was reading on it, it's been a rule since 2009, right?
That's what I'm saying.
But it's like now that it's become such big of a problem, like no one ever regardless if they gambled or not, no one ever really got caught, right? But it wasn't a big deal. So like a lot of players weren't gambling, like on whatever, any team, fantasy football, none of that, So it's like now they have to pinpoint, like they have to, cut down and explain that rule because so many people are doing it today,
I think so. I'm glad they came out with a line, and I agree with Nikki. Where was this at before, right? You suspended Calvin Ridley for a whole year because he bet on games that he wasn't even playing, and he was hurt. He was out. So I don't know. I guess it's trial and error with certain things. But my thing is, like June said, this is gonna be the new thing. Players are gonna bet. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just feel like the last year, like the suspense of a whole year.
I said why,
Like I feel if you're not betting on my game, like if me and you playing and I'm not betting on my team,
like you're already making millions of dollars. Like why?
I don't know. I think it's good that they came out with a guideline, and these players know better. You know what I'm saying? They know better. I mean, listen. But it sucks though. You can't play fantasy. That's crazy. That's bananas.
Like you won't even have, first of all, you won't even have time to play fantasy football. Like you won't. Like, so I understand that, like, because there's literally no time to play fantasy like throughout football season if you're a football player.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but that's not true though. That's not true because, and the only reason why I say that is this: really was hurt. He wasn't playing. He had time to do it. So my thing is this, right? So let's say a member gets hurt, or they're not playing this season for whatever reason. They still have to abide by that rule. So they got plenty of time. Because that's how he got punished.
No, I'm not speaking just on Calvin. I'm like NFL players in general, right? Like Isaiah Thomas, he bet that the running back of the Colts was going to rush for over 1,000 yards this season. He bet that and lost money because they didn't rush over 1,000. But like at the end of the day, like these players who are getting suspended for betting, not all of them were injured. They all were playing. The only person who sat out games that got caught was Calvin Ridley. So it's like, you're playing a whole season. You practice Monday through Thursday, right? You're on the road Friday. You're practicing at the facility. On Saturday, you play either Sunday, Monday, and then you're flying. Like there's no way. Like there's times where I forget to set up my fantasy lineup and I'm screwed. Like that. Fantasy is a second job, basically.
I think a lot of this whole gambling thing, at the end of the day, they enforce it on the players just based off of one word, and I truly believe it, and it's influencing, right? If it influences the other player that you may be friends with to have some type of impact on that game that your friend may be playing, that's where I think it may be tailored around. Because if Frank played running back for the Pats and Eagles, wide receiver, number 1 first-round draft pick, and I'm like, yo, Frank is gonna have a shitty game. Frank, and hey Frank, I'm betting $500,000 that you're gonna have a shitty game. And Frank will be like, well, shit, I could if I get half. You know what I mean? You just never know.
Yeah, yeah.
But we said that.
Yeah.
We've said that before.
Right.
We've had the conversation because it's true. The players talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they're concerned about. The integrity of the game could come into question. But again, I don't know. I'm glad they came out with guidelines though, because like Nikki said, where was all this shit at before? So now you got it. Now the players know. Don't do it.
How
So
I
my
took
only
it,
question now is this. Ooh, my phone about to die. My only question is this. If you do, what's the repercussion? These emphasis where we're doing, oh, if it happened, then we would decide then. I don't think that's 100% fair. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this person do this, we give you 4 games. This person do this, we're giving you a whole season. And I'm not only talking about gambling, I'm just talking about gambling. But that's frustrating.
so I looked into it. So every player but one is getting a full season. And the one player on the Lions who's getting 6 months is that he didn't gamble, right? He basically logged into like one of those DraftKings apps I created and was like thinking about it, but got caught basically. So he
Oh,
got
that's so dang. That's so
so
lame.
he got 6. So he got 6 and everybody else is indefinite. So, but yeah, but when one of the players got caught, they basically sang like a canary. Remember when all those Lions players, like 5 of them, because one player got caught and snitched on the other ones, basically.
Dirty.
Listen,
Yeah, that's so crazy. I'm gonna go get this box. My phone's gonna die.
He gambled too, and he created an account. Like that's like if I go down,
Because
y'all go down.
The 6
so
9
I'm happy you said that, Bree. I think that's the difference of back in 2008 and right now. And what I mean by that's the difference is the children of today are built different.
mhm.
Back then, all I wanted to do was make my money and mind my motherfucking business.
Mm-hmm.
The children of today want to make money and they want to be on the ground.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? That's the
And
difference.
that's so crazy because the children today get paid a lot more than what they were getting paid back then.
But that's
Like
part of the
that's my
problem.
thing. Like you make millions of dollars.
But that's part of the
Millions.
problem. I'm not saying problem as it's a bad thing that they're getting paid more, but that's the thing. When you only making 500,000 for doing one thing, right? You just want to try to find ways to make more. When you're making 500,000 for doing the same thing they did, thinking you got too much. It's just too much. You don't know how to act.
Like I saw this on Twitter the other day and I thought it would be perfect. Wide receivers 3 years ago versus now, like highest paid. So 3 years ago, wide receivers were making between 15 to $20 million, right? Now wide receivers are making 20 to $30 million, right? Like as time goes up, like these players want more money, right? And you know what's so crazy about this list?
Mm.
On the now to 2022, right? There's only 2 wide receivers who have Super Bowl rings, making all that money.
But that
Beckham
again,
and
it goes
Brown,
back to the
Evans.
point that we made.
Evans and Hill.
Cooper Kupp and Hill.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now to 2022. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, now to 2022. That's what I meant.
No, I misunderstood. Okay. Yeah. Hill.
Yeah, from now to 2022.
Yep.
But that's the point I'm making, Bree. Now they're making, and I hate to say too much money because I'm not asking them to get shortchanged. That's not what I'm asking for. But it goes to what I'm saying. Like they're making more money for doing less. They don't know how to act.
And yeah, that's a problem. Like that's why I don't like don't gamble. Like at the end of the day, like don't gamble. Like leave the gambling to Frank, like on DraftKings.
Yeah. For real.
Like leave the gambling to all of us that play fantasy football where we're gonna win $200 if we win the whole season,
Two-time champion.
Right.
I,
Oh my God.
these looking at these numbers, I guess my question to you, because running backs aren't getting paid like that, tight ends aren't getting paid like that.
Mm-mm.
Only quarterbacks and wide receivers are getting paid like that. So has the wide receiver position become just as important, or maybe just under a little than as the quarterback position?
I say now, it's hard. So I say now, no. And the reason why I say now, no. You asked me this question 4 years ago. Yes. You know why? Because 99.9% of the quarterbacks in the league were all pocket passers. Everyone wants to run and rush, you know? This is becoming a rushing style football when it comes to quarterbacks.
Mhm.
So wide receiver, I feel like if a wide receiver catches a deep ball pass from like Lamar Jackson or from like Justin Fields or something, it's like, wow, they're a great wide receiver. You know why? Because these quarterbacks don't usually throw the fucking ball. You know, they rush the ball. So when it becoming a rushing style game now, I feel like they're not the second important, but their catches are going to be the most impacted because quarterbacks aren't throwing the ball as much.
So you're saying the standard is different. So because the standard is different, and now heighten what they do when they do.
Yeah, like if Lamar throws a deep pass and a wide receiver catches it, it's like, oh my gosh, wow. You know why? Because he barely throws the ball.
Right. That's true too. That's true too. That's true too. And again, that a good point, because back then, and not saying that we don't have it now, but you can see where it evolved. Quarterbacks are a pocket. They like to stay in the pocket. Now we got mobile running here. So it is a little harder on the wide receiver because you moving. When I move, you move just like that. I dropped another one.
Yeah, but they're gonna want and demand more. But they're gonna want and demand more money, or they're gonna. But that's also a hit or miss too, because if you have a wide receiver that is a good wide receiver, but they're not getting the ball thrown to them, they're gonna want to go somewhere where a quarterback is going to throw the ball because their whole position is to catch the ball from the quarterback. So it's like,
Right.
if quarterbacks are going to keep rushing the ball and barely throwing it to the wide receivers, what's the point of having a wide receiver one and a wide receiver two? What's the point of staying on the team where you're not going to get the ball? Where's the point? Yeah, like quarterbacks should rush if they have to, you know? That's only if they have to. That's what I think. Or if they are a dual threat like Jalen Hurts, where he can throw to his wide receivers and they each get over 1,000 yards, and he can also rush the ball as well, you know, like where there's a happy medium. But if your focus on is just running the ball, what's the point of having a wide receiver? What's the point of a wide receiver staying on that team where they're not going to catch the ball?
I think that's just
I would if I'm wide receiver one and I'm not even getting the ball, you know, like maybe one or two catches a game, and I'm your wide receiver one. Oh, send me somewhere where Justin Herbert's going to throw me the ball.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's just like the beauty of the game, though. Like, and I know I'll use Lamar for example, right? I'm gonna use Lamar and I'm gonna use Jalen Hurts. I'm gonna use Lamar, right? Lamar, his passing game is not the strongest, right? In my opinion, his passing game 2 years ago wasn't the best. Has it progressed somewhat, right? But then you got Jalen Hurts with his passing game, and as far as being a pocket quarterback, so to speak, you know, has progressed immensely in just 12 months. And he gets the yardage to those number one receivers, right? But then you have like Hollywood Brown. He left freaking Baltimore because I don't think he was happy with getting the production he was getting as a quote unquote number one receiver. So the beauty of what I'm saying all in all is the beauty of being a pocket quarterback with that type of athleticism is if you got it as a coach, it's a blessing because now you could really incorporate that strategic development into that gameplay. Mm-hmm. But when you're just one dimensional, like Baltimore, I think Baltimore, I mean, shit. If he was that much more accurate, then there'll be a lot more deadlier. But right now, let's just stop the running game for Lamar and let's force that that passing game because you know it's
which they're gonna have to with them having Odell Beckham and then them paying Odell Beckham the money they're paying him. Like now you're gonna have to, you know.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, but that's just the way that I see the whole pocket passer thing. Because I know you and Frank love the whole pocket passer thing. I think everything is being built based off of this. It's starting in college. I mean, they're getting these kids ready, and they're being that much more competitive in college. So by the time they get to the NFL,
Yeah, because they're
they have
getting
that skill set.
NILs now. They're getting NILs and they're getting paid in college now. But also, you don't have those quarterbacks in college that's going to rush first, throw second. You know, so
Right. But the athleticism wise, though, they're building them different now.
but look at my big baby Ben a couple of years ago, right? He threw, but he's also huge. That's a big man.
Oh,
That's a big
definitely.
quarterback. So
Thank
when he
you.
rushed, you didn't want to tackle him because that's a big quarterback trying to run the ball, right? And then you also have Tom Brady where all he did was throw, you know? But the times when it came to rushing, Tom Brady's not getting no more than 5 yards. He's running.
Remember the last time he tried to rush and do a trick play?
Oh, and he slipped in interception.
I remember that. Are you talking? Yeah, I think you're talking about the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I am talking about the Super Bowl.
Oh, the Super Bowl.
And what's his name?
How did it go, Frank?
Nicole?
Frank, tell me how it went.
Bro,
It was like this.
bro, that shit was see, I don't know why they try to go over the head for that. For Nick Foles, they threw it in front of him. That's what you do. You thought he's a quarterback. Throw it in front of him. Like, don't try to get fancy with it. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I have a TikTok to show you guys really fast. I think it's gonna make everyone laugh now that we're on this subject. It's our favorite Trap House sports guy, and he labeled this Tom Brady running back 1.
Hey,
now
man,
that we brought it, now that we let me flip my screen so y'all can see this. Switch screen. All right, ready? And go.
Rushing attack was really a sight to see. Got to show some appreciation to the Tom Brady rushing attack. He used to get wicked in that pocket, and Tom Brady used to take off at 1 mile per hour. Tom Brady don't run this fast unless he's running away from his family trying to stop him on his way to football practice. Tom Brady out there running with the athleticism over Galapagos. This shit right here crazy. Look at the way that Tom Brady splits the defender. He had surprised himself. He didn't even know he was capable of that shit. Tom Brady out there running like he got on steel-toe boots. Tom Brady running like he got on Dickies. Tom Brady running like he got on skinny jeans. Tom Brady running like he got on baggy jeans. Tom Brady running like he got on ankle weight. Tom Brady running like he got on 5 knee braces. Tom Brady runs like he needs 5 knee braces. Tom Brady used to be a black defender coming off the edge. He used to run like he just might be racist. Brady used to be out there running so fast he can't even see face. Tom Brady, the real RB1, and that R stands for Republican. Give Tom Brady a little bit of open space, he turned into Lamar Jackson. You give Tom Brady a little bit of open space, he turned into Marshawn Lynch. Tom Brady was an absolute dual threat, and that's kind of crazy because the only real dual threat that threatened his career was his wife and his kids. Brady out there running like he got on Air Force One.
See, I don't like.
I ain't seen Tom Brady run like that since he ran away. Hey, man, the Tom Brady rushing
So I don't like the reference to the kids in the family.
Yeah, that's wild.
That was funny. Tom Brady is RB1 and the R stands for Republican.
And that was some funny ass shit.
It was. It was.
Good old Trap House Sports. Follow him on TikTok at Trap House Sports. Depressed Cowboys fan. It's my favorite TikToker. So what do we have next? So we have He Got Paid. My favorite segment. He got paid. Rookie edition. So the Texans signed a number 3 overall pick, Will Anderson Jr., to a fully guaranteed 4-year, $35,212,808 deal with a 5th-year option. Anderson gets $22,609,320 signing bonus as part of the deal. If that's a rookie contract, if I've seen a rookie contract, is that right there? What the heck? But also, they also got like $500 million in cap space. I think they could pay these people.
Yeah.
That's an amazing deal. That's a good deal.
It is. It's a good deal.
That's a good deal. They I think they're gonna be a team to watch with the moves that they made over the offseason and with their draft picks. You know, getting who they get number 1 overall. CJ Stroud, or I mean, not number 1. They got CJ and then they got Will Anderson Jr., you know? So they're going to be a team to watch, I would say.
No, I'm excited for the Texans this year. It's a long time coming, in my opinion. And that's only because I feel like they were rebuilding. You know, they lost Deshaun. They lost Hopkins. Floyd, was it the other wide receiver that couldn't stay healthy, but he was a good wide receiver. I can't think of his name. But anyway, they lost all their people, you know, and you're rebuilding, and this team looks. I mean, even last year they had some moments where you're like, "Yo, the Texans could win if they had a little bit more pieces." So,
Also, DeAndre Hopkins do plan on going back to Houston to visit the Texans again, because him and CJ have like some type of like bond or whatever, or like he was like his like mentor and something in college.
this is why I got a problem with that, and I'm gonna tell you why I got a problem with that. Then why did you make that big stick to why you leave? You know what I'm saying? Why?
Frank, think about it like this: is it that, or it's a little thought that nobody else has, like that he's still on the board?
Think about it this way: it's new coaching from when he first went there, right? It's new players, you know. It's not. I know him and Deshaun Watson had a good relationship, but it's a new quarterback. You know, it's a fresh young team. Does that make sense? With some good better players.
I was looking more at the ownership of the ownership is still there. A lot of the problems they had, remember, was the coaching and the ownership that came into question. So that's why I was just saying what I was saying. But I mean, look, if he comes back, I think it's dope. He's a veteran wide receiver. But are you coming back to win, or are you just coming back to be a Hall of Famer? Because when we talked about championships earlier, a lot of people don't have them. You know, it's hard to get, but you're an official good wide receiver. So, are you going back for the money, or are you going back for what you need to do? You know. So, I don't know. I'm excited for the Texans. I'm excited for the Lions. I'm excited for the Jags. I want to see what all these teams do. A lot of good momentum going that way. And, you know, let's see. Hopefully they can pull. Again, I'm not expecting to go to Super Bowl, but a winning season is a winning season.
Yeah, no, I think it's gonna boil down to the head coach. I mean, this is his first time head coach gig, and we all know the players can play. So we know the players can play, but we'll see if the coach could coach at the end of the damn day.
Yep, I agree. Our last topic we have before we move into pictures and then extreme trivia. All right, Patriots standout cornerback Jack Jones was arrested on June 17th at Logan Airport after 2 firearms were found in his carry-on. His bail was set to $50,000, and Jones is due to be in court next week at Boston District Court. And in an update on June 20th, he posted a $30,000 bail for gun-related charges, being arrested at the Logan Airport. He pled not guilty and is due back to court August 18th, which is the same day as their preseason game, for probable cause hearing.
What is this? I don't know why this popped in my head. What happened to AK? Who's for the AK game?
Oh no, his trial starts in August too. His trial got pushed back another year, so his trial starts in August.
Because I feel like they just want us to forget, but I remember.
What she said? Forget who?
Alvin Kamara.
Oh yeah, yeah. Again, athletes, hear me out. For you guys that do listen, if anyone listens to us, I hope you do. You're making millions of dollars. You let them carry the guns. You feel unsafe, you hire security. You make money. I am pretty sure there's an ex-Navy SEAL, Army Ranger, Marine Recon, or whatever special forces the Air Force got. I don't even know their name. That is out the military and will love to provide protection for an easy target, easy protection. Let me just escort you through the airport. Why? I don't understand why. Leave. I don't understand why. If you want to fly with a firearm, just check it. That's all you gotta do. I've done it. You go, you tell them I got a firearm. You open up the suitcase. You show them that's not loaded. You put in the suitcase. They tag the suitcase. They check it. When you get to your destination, you got to go to the actual airline and get your luggage and sign for your firearm. I don't understand what the hard part is. Why would you check it or have it in your carry-on knowing that they're going to check it. I just don't understand.
Don't think that they're above the law.
Like
Yeah.
maybe
Hey, for all you athletes, if you guys paid attention to Frank presents the play call, we used to have dummy of the week. You need to stop. You need to stay away from that segment.
Right.
I'm gonna have
We
to
need to
bring
bring
it back out
it.
there. There's too many dummies of the week out there right now, and I will gladly bring you guys back. I mean, good Lord, you'd rather pay a $50,000 fine or even worse when you could pay somebody or give somebody a job for that, and stay away from the news per year.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what to do with the money. So, I mean, oh man, I forgot what to call. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but this is why kids they try to keep kids in the. This is too easy. Now I am not about to say, Nikki hasn't made her own dumb mistake. Nikki, but bro, I'm also not making X amount of dollars a year.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's
Yeah.
easy.
You're not making millions.
Okay.
I don't know. Just stop it.
All right. So I'm going to name 2 players, 2 quarterbacks. You got to guess who they are. Okay. The only hint is they are in the current season. The first player is going to be super easy. Okay. All right. So this player missed 10 games, 1,102 passing yards, 7 touchdowns, and a 79.1 QB rating.
Just Sean Watson?
Yes.
Dang.
The 10 games was a
The
good.
10 games gave it to me, yeah.
Okay.
Give her,
The second
give her
one.
a penalty. Give her a penalty. Deduct a point if she cuts you off.
The second one made the playoffs. 4,709 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, and 93.2 QB rating.
Pat.
No.
No, Pat made more than that. Did Hurts make no, because he was out a few games.
Your friend looking it up.
No, I'm not. My hand's right.
Good.
Hey, he's pretty good at that.
All right, Nikki said Pat. June, what's your guess? Huh?
No, just
June, what's your guess?
What was the first
it's
stat?
not Denver. It's LA.
The first
What's the
they
dude
made the playoff.
golf? Not golf. LA?
What?
What's the president? The president.
Stafford.
What's the thing in LA? Okay,
What was
that's it.
Huh?
The first stat that you had said.
Oh, 4,709 passing yards.
The touchdowns was I'm trying to figure out. You said how many touchdowns?
25.
25.
And a 93.2 QB rating. That's good. That's pretty
Andy
good.
Dalton. Andy Dalton.
He didn't make the playoffs.
No, he didn't.
She said he made the playoffs.
Yes, made the playoffs. 4,709 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, 93.2. All right, June said Andy, Nikki said
Jalen Hurts.
Patrick.
Jalen
And
Hurts.
you say Jalen Hurts? No.
Who is it?
Jay Herbo.
What?
Oh, I don't like him.
And he wasn't even in the
Justin Herbert.
MVP discussion with 4,700 yards?
You know how many? Remember we discussed this in our IG chat, the disrespect that they put on Justin Herbert when his numbers are there. You know how many records he's broken this year alone? 4. 2 for the NFL, 2 for the franchise.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy that he wasn't even an MVP discussion.
Trust me, August 5th at their training camp, I'm gonna have some words with him.
That's crazy.
Yes. All right, now we got some pictures. Let me go ahead and post these pictures. So 2 of the pictures that I'm gonna post, Nikki, I have to find one for the Jags and the Steelers, but you know our typical game that we love to play. I found one for the Patriots and Eagles. So All right, so this is the first one. Okay, you have $10. Build your perfect wide receiver room with $10. So these are your players. Let me go ahead and zoom it.
I saw this.
You have $10 to build your perfect wide receiver room.
You need 3 wide receivers, right? Just 3?
However many you want. You got $10.
I know who I ain't spending $1 on. I know that.
Hold on,
Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas, keep his dollar there.
You have $10 to build your perfect wide receiver room. So as long as you don't go over $10, you can pick how many wide receivers you want. But you only have $10.
And how many do we pick?
However many you want, as long as you don't go over $10.
Yeah, I'm at 9 already. I only got 2 people.
Facts.
Be strategic with it.
8. Now I'm going Hill, Waddle, and Moore.
Hill, Waddle,
and Moore.
Moore. That's a good one. I'm going to go. I'm going to go Jefferson.
Yeah, that's my 5. Yeah.
I'm going to go Jefferson, Evans, and Moore. That was mine. Jefferson, Evans, and Moore. I think that would be like a good trio right there.
Okay. I'll give you another one.
I'm going to go Brown, Waddle.
That's 7.
Allen and Kirk.
Okay, that's a good one too.
So
Toby, that's enough water.
I was gonna go. Another one I was thinking was Cup.
Toby.
Metcalf. Olave.
That's it? Okay, you got one more down.
That's 9. And Cooks. Give me the speed on
and
that.
Olave.
Olave, yeah. Olave.
I said Olave too.
Yeah, but that row you can't go wrong with either one, depending how you use it. But with Cooks take the tops off, I just need a big body with that 50-50. Metcalf gives me that. Cup is the best, Triple Crown winner. And then you can't go with Olave, Moore, Allen, Johnson, or Godwin. So there's a lot.
You also go Cup. You can also go Cup. You can also go Wilson. Remember, he was Offensive Rookie of the Year. All right, put some respect on his name. So that's $7. You can go Allen and Cooks. Cooks is pretty good too. All right.
He just always hurt. Like, dang, Cooks.
Yeah.
He's like a 1 cent higher than Michael Thomas.
When you guys gave him a concussion on purpose in the Super Bowl, he ain't been the same since.
He said on purpose.
I took him on purpose and made us one-dimensional. You screwed us, bro. Thank you.
Jump off for $1 million. Who are you taking to make the catch? I'm picking Deion.
You going DeAndre Hopkins? Nah, I'm going Justin.
Over for one sole reason.
I'm going Jeff.
With the Hail Mary catch he made?
Yeah, I'm going Jeff.
With 5 defenders on him?
Yeah.
With 5. Remember,
he
had 5 defenders on him.
I know.
With the last play of the game.
I know.
And it wasn't just any quarterback. It was Kyler Murray, out of all people, to throw that to him and he catch it.
I know what you
I
said.
could have thrown that shit. He would have caught it.
That's why jump off for $1 million. D-Hop.
Hey, I'm going.
But my second choice would be Jay Jettis. But D-Hop,
we saw Justin Jefferson catch Paul's balls last season with 2 guys on him, 3 guys on him. He made Kirk Cousins look like he's actually worth some money.
Yes, I understand that. But this is
they're equivalent. They're equivalent.
They're equivalent.
Because if you say he made Kirk Cousins look some kind of way, he made Kyler Murray look some kind of way. But I'm going Jefferson anyway.
I've never I've never seen 5 defenders or somebody in the end zone and everyone's jump up.
I know, but for
to catch
me,
the ball and him to snag it like the way he did.
For me, I think Jefferson is just have been a little bit more consistent. Since that time, I haven't seen anything from. I mean, granted, he was suspended, but I haven't
He was
seen
suspended
anything
and hurt
from.
with no
Yeah,
quarterback either.
Okay, I'm not taking nothing away from old dude. I'm just telling you what I think.
Imagine if
But-
Colt McCoy threw that ball to him.
Oh gosh, stop.
I think you can't go wrong with either one,
With
honestly.
either or.
No,
Yeah.
you can't. You can't. That's realistic.
Okay. So this one, right? We kind of did it before. We're gonna do it again. So you're gonna pick the duo quarterback to win you a Super Bowl.
This is nasty.
The icons of the franchise to win you a Super Bowl.
Ooh.
Now, the only thing I wanted to Photoshop this a little bit because it's not fair for the Chargers. If they have Rivers and Herbert, so let's do that. Let's do Rivers and Herbert because Rivers hasn't played in a long time, and you have Herbert up there. You know.
Yeah, Fouts.
So you're saying duels to win you Super Bowls?
Yeah, win you a Super Bowl.
Win you a Super Bowl each?
It could be each.
Or Young in Montana. There's 5 rings right there. Montana has 4 and Young one on his own. So that's 5.
Okay, that's cute because then we can also do Roethlisberger and Bradshaw because Bradshaw won 4. And Ben has 2, and that's 6, and Bradshaw won 3.
Yeah, that was gonna be my choice, Ben and Bradshaw. And I don't even know.
This ain't fair. You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't fair at all. You know what I mean? Like, but if I was gonna pick, I'm definitely picking the quarterbacks that I know went out there and won. You know, so you can't go. You're right. You can go the Steelers, or you can go San Francisco.
Okay, let's do this. Let's throw a curveball. Let's say perfect season, right? The 17-0 season, not including playoffs. Perfect season, and let's add in Vic and Jalen Hurts for Eagles.
Wait, so you saying a perfect season going 16-0 or 17-0?
17-0.
If I had to pick a team to do that,
with these quarterbacks. But we're gonna add Vic and Hurts.
Oh, right there, all day, guaranteed.
I said that because I know Drew was gonna say that.
You'll be crazy not to go there.
I would go Mahomes in Montana.
Yeah.
You know what's sad?
Maybe prime Manny and Luck.
Yo, wait.
What about this guy right here?
Yeah.
What about this guy?
He was too because I love Favre. I love Favre. You know what I'm saying? I love Favre.
Favre.
But Favre's problem was he was too wild. There was games he could make phenomenal throws, and you're like, oh my God, this dude's the greatest. And then he makes throws, and you're like, what are you doing? You didn't see but I'm laughing because Peyton Manning's literally on 2 fucking teams, bro. So
That's right. But so is Montana.
I know. But to me, Manning is.
So would you take Kansas City's Montana or 49ers Montana? 49ers Montana.
49ers, definitely. Even though he went to AFC Championship with the Chiefs, the reason I think Manning's significance is a little better is because Manning actually won with the Broncos. He got a Super Bowl, even though he got beat down by the damn Seahawks in the first one he went to. But I mean, in the second one, they won and he got 2 rings, one with the Broncos and the Colts. And Elway got rings. He has 2 of them with the Broncos. So I mean, I don't know. If I had to go, I would say, I forgot who. Mahomes in Montana.
What about Jim Kelly?
I mean, you seen what he did in 4 Super Bowls?
That's rough, man. That's rough. That's
He
rough.
was kind of a slay in that time.
Hey, you know what's crazy is, man, that secretly, the NFC East is a killer. Is a killer. How the AFC East team goes to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row, loses twice
Mm.
to the Cowboys, once to the Redskins, and once to the Giants.
That's funny.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. All right, next what? All right, so do we agree? The top 6 NFL triplets: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end trios, right? Or wide receiver / tight end. It could be either or. So we have at number 1, Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon, and Jamar Chase. At number 2, we have Patrick Mahomes, Pacheco, and Kelsey. At number 3, we have Hurts, Swift, and AJ Brown. At number 4, we have Allen, Cook, and Diggs. At number 5, we have Herbert, Eckler, Allen. And then at number 6, we have Dak, Pollard, and Lamb. And if you could add a team if you could take away one team but add a team, who would it be and why? Or you would leave it the same?
So look, I haven't even thought of who I will add. So I like the top 5. I'm very questionable of number 6
Because of
Right.
the quarterback?
because of the quarterback.
Hey, the quarterback, and I mean, Pollard just had ACL surgery.
I know, but we're not talking about with him getting hurt. We're talking about when he played. Like this came out because of what he's done, not what he might do.
Oh well, look at Swift. Swift is he you know what I mean? He's new to the squad. He ain't played yet.
Oh yeah, then he shouldn't be on there either.
I mean, this is what
questionable.
they're looking at propensity to what they can do. I don't think James Cook was on the Buffalo Bills last year either.
No, but if we're doing that, can we add people that, because Cooks wasn't on the Bills last season. So this is going into 2023
season. If that's the case, I could bring up
Bryce Young.
You could do that. You could bring the Jets in it with Aaron Wilson, and I forgot who else got over there.
They got Uzama for tight end.
Yo, what about the damn Dolphins? Tua, you can Waddle or Hill, and most like, let's if you're gonna do that, right? And we're gonna look at what we have. Let's just be honest. The Dallas Cowboys should not be up there.
Yeah, but again, right? I agree. You remember,
yeah, you know,
that's the first thing I said, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is the list is flawed anyway. You get what I'm saying? The only reason why I question that them is because of that. But if we want to look at it a different way, then all these other teams that have players that haven't played with the team shouldn't be on the list either. I only question those 3 because they have been on the team, and I feel like the weakest link is that. So I don't know if they're a top 6, but then the Eagles shouldn't be there. If you said shit like maybe number 1 is accurate, maybe 2 is accurate. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe
number 5, Eckler.
So those are the only
Allen.
3. Yes. Yep. So those are the only 3 that actually really should be on the list. Because you're correct. If you're going to say talent,
this is going into
there's a lot of other things that should be on there.
I think they're going with like stats and like how these people perform too. Why they added Cooks and Swift or the Eagles and Bills when it comes to that. But yeah, if we're doing that, we can add a lot of potential standout triplets coming into 2023.
Correct.
All right, next. So, June. This is for June.
I hate these things.
So you have $15.
Good.
So you have $15. Go. And then Nikki, next week I'll find one for the Jags and for the Steelers for us, but I can only find Patriots and Eagles this time. And then I'm gonna do Jags and Steelers for us. So this one's for June. You have $15 and go. Quarterback, running back, 2 wide receivers, and a tight end or fullback.
Okay, easy work. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Nick Foles. That's my QB, and we're talking Super Bowl Nick Foles, right?
Okay.
Season.
Okay.
You can't. Okay.
Yeah, you can. So it's Nick Foles.
Okay.
We're talking
You
highlights.
can't.
I'm gonna go with Westbrook.
Okay, that's a good pick.
I'm gonna go ahead with Super Bowl season Jeffries.
Okay. You're $8.
Yep, I'm gonna go with T.O.
Terrell Owens. Okay. You're
and
at 13.
I'm going with Selleck.
The disrespect to Cunningham. He gave you a whole shout out and everything.
No. I'm basing this off of
Yeah.
you know. Now, if there would have no Super Bowl involved, then yeah, I would have went with Cunningham.
I mean that makes sense. He
You know, I
got
was
you
gonna
your
say
Super
that
Bowl.
if you didn't pick Nick Foles, I was gonna be
Foles.
disrespectful. Some of
He got you your Super Bowl
got
win.
your only
Right.
Super Bowl ring. Y'all
Yeah,
built
and
a
Selleck.
statue for him.
Hey, I mean, shoot, we got look Foles,
I would have picked Nick.
Jeffrey Super Bowl, Selleck Super Bowl. You know what I mean? And
Carmichael though?
no, Carmichael's good too, but I mean, I would have went Selleck anyway.
Okay. There go
Selleck's
Jones.
my dude.
Here go Franks. Okay, so you have one quarterback, one running back, 2 wide receivers, and a tight end. You have $15.
Make it smaller. I want to see that bottom guy, that number one. Oh, that's new. Fuck, I'm going with Cam Newton. No,
Hey,
I am
I was
going
about to say
Brady.
better.
I'm going Brady.
So you're going Brady? Okay.
White.
I would have went Cam.
Okay.
6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, see you assholes. How you-
Amendola is
how
right
you-
there. Randy
wait.
Moss is right.
Wait, how you gonna put Moss, Edelman, and Gronk on the same line? That is so wrong.
I didn't make this. I found it.
Oh my God.
So
this
you
is
went. So you
so
went
wrong.
Brady and White. All right. So
But you know what?
your next.
I'm gonna stick to my guns, and this is what we gonna do. Brady, White, that's 6.
Mhm.
Dola, that's 8. Edelman, that's 13.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take Watson. I'm at 14. I get one more dollar, right?
You have one more dollar.
And I'm gonna
But-
go with Super Bowl MVP Branch. There we go. Because
They had Hernandez at $3.
or Welker. He ain't win no Super Bowl with them motherfuckers. So
I would have went with Cam.
you said what?
I need this stuff from my car.
I would have went with Cam.
What about Daddy Mac and Cheese? You could have went with Daddy Mac and Cheese.
No, negative.
And you would have got listen, you would have went Daddy Mac and Cheese, you could have got Moss, Edelman, and Hernandez. F a running back.
And then Belichick would have put me and June as the OCs. Get out of here. So,
All right. So this next picture. All right, I'm gonna explain it, and then everyone has literally 5 seconds. 5
okay.
seconds to find the missing.
Can you hold
tool.
on?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Talk about something else before you put the picture.
so I'm gonna explain it, right? So there's a photo and it has 31 teams on there. Okay. There's gonna be one NFL logo missing. You have 5 seconds to figure out which logo is missing.
hey, say that again.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Say that again. That was kind of fast. You said it again.
So all right,
You got 5. You gonna put out a thing.
there's a
And
picture.
one NFL team is missing. You have 5 whatever to figure out which team is missing.
Yeah, so there's 31 NFL logos. When
Okay.
I swipe, the minute I swipe, I'm gonna start my timer. You got 5 seconds to figure out which NFL team is missing.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna swipe away from it. Okay, you ready?
Mhm.
You have 5 seconds.
I think this is terrible.
3, 2, 1, and go.
What? Oh,
4, 3, 2, 1. What
Found
team
it.
was missing?
I-
I'll do this. What team was
Patriots.
missing? No. What team was missing?
Steelers.
I don't know.
No.
No, it was there. It was there. The Jags was there.
I don't know. It was just too much.
Eagles was there.
It was too fast. You
It-
could've told me.
Yeah,
All
it
right,
was too
I'm gonna do it
fast.
again. Five more seconds. Ready?
All right.
Three. This is the last time. 3, 2, 1, and go. 2, 1. What team was missing?
The Giants.
Everyone gets one, huh?
Giants.
Okay, June,
The Rams.
Nikki,
The Jags, even though I saw my team.
no. The NFL team that's missing is the Bengals.
That's what I said.
Oh, the Giants.
You did
The Jets. Oh my God. I missed it completely. Oh, Jesus. The Bengals.
It's the Bengals.
Yeah, I
that
was
is
trying to
missing.
do by division. So I saw my division right there. I seen and then time is up.
I could have sworn I said the Bengals.
No, you didn't.
We're looking at it right here. See the
I
Cowboys,
said Bengals. I said Bengals.
Niners.
No, you didn't. Okay.
5 seconds is too quick, but so
All right. So
Yeah,
you have there's no money limit, right? But you pick one per row. So build an offense and you pick one per row. So the first row is quarterbacks, the second row is running backs, 2 rows of wide receivers, and 1 row of tight ends. So there's no money, as you guys can see, but you got to pick one from each row.
I did Kelsey, Jefferson, Olave, Derrick Henry, and I gotta stay loyal, Trevor Lawrence.
Okay. Jim?
I like
We'll
CD.
go with Justin Herbert,
Mm-hmm.
Henry,
Mm-hmm.
CeeDee Lamb,
Mm-hmm.
Devontae Adams,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't say Jamar Chase.
and Mark Andrews and Gallagher,
Yeah,
Goddard.
No, one. You gotta pick
one. Golly.
Goddard.
Uno. That's what
I'm gonna go.
Uno.
I'm gonna go Jay Herbo, Henry, DJ Moore, Jay Jettis, and Kittle. Frank.
I am going Jay Herbo, Jonathan Taylor, DJ Moore, Jamar Chase, and George Kittle.
I really need the stuff from the card show.
I thought that Frank was gonna go with Kelsey.
So
No.
this is just something, to look at. So these are NFL combined records over the last 3 seasons. So at number 1, you have the Chiefs, who are 40-10, which I think that's phenomenal. Your number 2, you have the Bills that are 37-12. And number 3, you have the Steelers, who are 30-19-1. 4, the Titans, who are 30-20, and 5, the Baltimore
The
Ravens,
Ravens.
29-21. I know it's broken up AFC and NFC, and then the top 5 for the NFC, you have 34-16, which is Green Bay. Number 2, you have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 32-18. Number 3, Dallas Cowboys 30-20. Number 4, San Francisco at 29-21, and then number 5, the Vikings at 28-22.
I got
the Cowboys.
I got a question for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the last 1, 2, 3, 4, out of the last 3 teams on each conference, if you had to pick a team that would make it to the Super Bowl, which one would it be?
Kansas City. And
No, the
Bottom 3.
the bottom
Lions.
three. Oh,
The
bottom
Lions.
over Panthers.
I was gonna say Panthers and Jets coming into this season. Panthers and Jets.
Yeah,
Jets.
I would say Lions. And it hurts me to say Jets.
Ooh.
I'm going to Jags and Lions.
I'm going to
Thank you for supporting my team.
Panthers.
What'd you say?
At least
Jags and Panthers.
I agree with the Jags. I don't know.
Jags got a good chance of being the number 1 seed this year. If they,
Yeah, but the question was to the Super Bowl.
well, if you got the number 1 seed, you ain't got to play no wild card game. Use divisional AFC championship, and that's it. And it's all at home. So now people got to come into that hot ass Florida to play you. So I think your team can do it. You can do it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was crazy. Top 10 quarterbacks throw on target percentages for the 2022-2023 season. And look at number 1, 80% completion on his targets.
This is crazy. This is crazy, right? Because
this is crazy.
Look at what Patrick Mahomes was. Basically, Murray, Hurts, Mahomes, and Brady were all tied in a sense, 77%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But who missed games for concussion was 76. Mm-hmm. Andy Dalton at 70.
Dalton was 78%.
You know what I'm saying?
But you could also go with the fact that when
Murray too.
Look at Aaron Rodgers, 80%, you know, but I also think that comes with somewhat mid-season when, you know, he decided to give trust in those wide receivers. Oops, sorry, someone on my door. My neighbor's leaving. But Daniel Jones.
I mean,
you see what I put? They call him Danny Dimes for a reason.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, that's rough.
But that's a high target percentage if you think about it.
I mean, so what we saying is he in the
backseat?
Is he the best? You know, is he really coming with more, or without Saquon?
But look at the head coach he had this season.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if he didn't have any receivers to throw it to, and I throw the ball, 2,000 yards less than any other quarterback, then you're gonna have those type of percentages. He played a full season, and he threw it to one person a game, and he ran for the rest.
Remember Saquon, because Saquon was there the whole season.
I mean, he was.
But that also. No, I get what you're saying though. Yeah, I think that does play a factor too. But then, yeah, I think that does play a factor.
He went 9-6-1. He had 317 completions out of 472 attempts. He was a 67% completion quarterback. And you saying that top 10 quarterbacks throw on target percentage. He was 81. He had 3,205 yards, 15 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. I don't even know how many touchdowns he rushed for because I can't see it up here. But the point is, I mean, like June said, I don't know. Listen, good job. You know what, man?
Yeah, let's just give him his props.
That's why they call you Danny Dimes. 81% percentage on target throws on target. Mm-hmm. That means that you threw the ball to the place and the receiver was there and you was on time. So
yeah, he received it. Yeah.
So I thought this was wild, and we can discuss this. So in 1987, Reggie White had 21 sacks in 12 games. Jerry Rice had 22 touchdowns, and John Elway had 19 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. John Elway won MVP that year.
I was going to say.
So this was like a big debate on Twitter.
I was going to say something, but I'm be nice.
This was a big debate on whether John Elway should have won MVP that year.
That's crazy. Reggie White.
Sorry, but 21 sacks in 12 games.
And he was wearing that Kelly green? Huh.
Jerry Rice, 22 touchdowns.
That's crazy, yo.
I'm laughing because I want to say something so bad, and it's probably not accurate when I say it, and I don't want to say it.
Just say it.
No.
Just say it and be like, I'll do my research if it's factual or not.
No, I mean it's not. It's not. We can never debate whether it's factual or not. How you a quarterback throw for 19 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, and you get MVP, but you got a defensive player with 21 sacks in 12 games, and you got a wide receiver with 22 touchdowns on the season. But John Elway
That's why it was a big
played
debate.
Super Bowls and lost before he won 2 back-to-back with 19 touchdowns and 12 interceptions.
And won MVP that year.
And what exactly? It's biased. It's a bias. He's a quarterback. He's a quarterback. What year was this?
1987.
87. Okay. Yeah. A white man. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, let's be honest. Why is it that we're not highlighting the fact that there's only been one defensive player to win MVP? That is Lawrence Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Why we, again, 21 sacks, June, 12 games. If you divide that, what we looking at? Almost 2 per game.
Yep.
Almost. So we're like 1 point something.
Because they had, how many games? 16 games back then?
Yeah. I mean, and he only played 12. So you're looking at he's averaging almost, with 3 more sacks, he would average 2 per game. Shit, I'll take 2 per game from any defensive player any day of the week. That's like a recruiter net in 2 contracts every month. I'll take that. You can't, and then you got a receiver, a wide receiver in 87. When they were clotheslining, they were hitting you, they were helmet to helmet, they were spiking you. They you was not safe once you ran out. You did no come across that middle you want to. Come across that middle, you're gonna be knocked out to next week. And he got 22 touchdowns. In a non-passive friendly league in 87, and you give Elway the MVP with 19 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. This is preposterous. This is ludicrous. In 87, I wasn't old enough to understand what the hell was going on. This is that's stupid.
All right. You need one game-winning touchdown drive to win a Super Bowl. Who is your quarterback?
Patrick Mahomes.
Actually, I'm going Joe. Herbert. I'm going Joe.
I'm gonna go Pat,
Hurts.
but I can also go Jalen Hurts for that. That quarterback sneak. That meme video was like, hey, y'all already know what play we running. You got a quarterback sneak, quarterback sneak, quarterback sneak. No. It's called number 1 rushes all the way into the.
We're talking about a game-winning touchdown drive.
Oh yeah, game-winning touchdown
Super Bowl.
drive. So in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's probably Pat. It's probably Pat.
It's Patrick. He's done it on both Super Bowls. He's done it.
It's Pat. It's Pat.
He's came back, so he's done it. Hurts, you had rushing touchdowns. Great job. You had 1 passing. Appreciate it, bro. But you didn't pull it out. Aaron Rodgers, you had a top 10 defense when you won.
Jalen Hurts probably had the best stats in the Super Bowl than the last 5 quarterbacks. He did, and unfortunately, your defense let him down. So your whole defense should just go jump off a bridge because y'all let him. I put a hit out on him.
Allen hasn't been to the Super Bowl, and Burrow. Listen, I love him.
That defense, he had that defense.
Yeah,
pressure.
If it wasn't Aaron Donald coming through the line to get them cookies, they would have won, and Stafford would have been probably fired. So, but being that we've seen Patrick Mahomes do it consistently in 2 Super Bowls that they did win, I will go Patrick. Maybe second, I will go Burrow. And I love Joe Burrow. I want Joe Burrow to win a Super Bowl. I want to win a Super Bowl so bad. I just want him to win.
Yeah, that's why I want.
Like so bad.
I think and not saying other people isn't deserving, but I think he's deserving.
After we'll see this year when it comes to the Eagles to see if the Eagles will break that curse. But so far, every team who has lost the Super Bowl hasn't made it back the following year.
No, the Patriots did it.
When?
They lost to the Eagles in Super Bowl 52, and they went back and beat the Rams in 53. So if they beat the 51. If they would have beat the Eagles in 52, they would have repeated. And if they would have went back and won in 53, they would have had 3.
The curse is broken.
Oh yeah. So since
I
forgot about that, but let's see, the 49ers with the Chiefs.
No,
They've been
statistically,
back.
the
Mhm.
statistically, it's on the favorite. The team doesn't normally go back. There's questions, June, about your team, bro. They said that when Sirianni was calling the plays, they struggled. When he gave it up, y'all went to the Super Bowl. Now your OC's gone. If he's calling the plays again, are y'all gonna win?
Bro, all day.
Okay.
No, we're not gonna win, or we're gonna win all day.
Yo,
We're gonna
Keep
fucking
it.
win.
dude,
We
One,
are going to win.
listen,
one gotta go.
What's today? It's 2:49 my time, Eastern time, and what time is it over there? Right, 12:49. I'm
That's
calling
11.
it right now. I'm claiming it.
Okay. One gotta go. You got Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, Jamar Chase, and Devontae Adams. One gotta go.
that's not fair.
That was not fair. One gotta go.
No, I
You
refuse.
got offensive player of the
You know
year.
what?
You got,
Devontae for me.
I would say Jamar Chase gotta go out of all three of those. That's my opinion.
No way.
You got offensive player
No
of the
way.
year, Crown King, and you have the most versatile wide receiver, which is Devontae Adams, in my opinion.
Goodbye, Cooper.
No.
Yeah, it's probably Cooper or
Goodbye,
Devontae.
Cooper.
Triple Crown.
But I went Devontae.
Mhm.
First off, if you said Cooper Kupp, we're not recording no more. How?
I'm talking about out of these four, right?
No,
Today,
he's the
Like,
triple crown.
why I-
he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. Yeah, but he got to go.
Get her, June.
why I
June said he's
said-
a nice guy.
why I said Jamar Chase. This is why I said Jamar Chase, right? Justin Jefferson, offensive player of the year. He's phenomenal, right? His stats are there, you know. Cooper Kupp, Triple Crown King, Super Bowl ring, you know. And then why I picked Devontae Adams over Jamar Chase is because Devontae Adams to me is the most versatile wide receiver we have.
All right, so I'll tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I picked mine. I picked Devontae. Nothing against Devontae. You know what I'm saying? I like him, but the other three has done for their team in the last few years. Devontae's also older, so that's why Jamar Chase and Jefferson wasn't gonna go, and Cooper wasn't gonna go because he just the triple threat. So the weakest link, just based off of that for me, was Devontae, and not saying he's weak, but Devontae was my guy. Appreciate you. I love you.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you why Coop has to go. Hey, Justin, Beast Mode, they're all good. They're all good. I'm not taking anything.
They're all good.
But I'm thinking now, all right, even with his injury, he still managed to do what he does and get that ring. But Jamar Chase, I mean, shit, if I take Jamar Chase away from Burrow,
done game.
You know? So that would have been my other option, honestly, would have been Jamar Chase. But Coop, again, he did his thing. They're all good. I mean, I'm just gonna pick one, and he's just the one.
Mm-hmm. Right now, you didn't pick your person
because I'm appalled by this. This is ridiculous. Okay,
you gotta pick.
I think this is what made.
So
I think that's what made it good.
I'm giving it Devontae Adams, and I'm keeping the Triple Crown winner Cooper Kupp.
Absolutely,
absolutely. Done caught balls, pause over 2 or 3 guys, and Jamar Chase, who's done caught balls over 8 guys, pause.
Absolutely.
I'm going Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase.
Absolutely.
I love you, bro. You're awesome, but you gotta go.
It's your time. It's your time. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Can I put receiving stats? Can I say receiving stats?
Mm-hmm.
Really fast.
Sure.
between Jamar Chase and Devontae Adams, just really quick. All right, so receptions, Devontae Adams had 100, Jamar Chase had 87. Targets, Devontae Adams had 180, Jamar Chase had 134. Yards, Devontae, this is just past season, 2022 season. Devontae Adams had 1,516. Jamar Chase had 1,046. Yards per receive, Jamar Chase had average 15.2. Jamar Chase averaged 12. Longest, they both tied with 60 yards. 20 plus touchdowns or 20 plus yards. Devontae Adams had 47, Jamar Chase had 22. Total number of touchdowns, Jamar Chase had 9, Devontae Adams had 14.
Yeah. And you know who I'm gonna say
And
that
Devontae Adams had one of the most mediocre quarterbacks they was to play.
He's also
yeah, but he's been in the league how much longer than Jamar Chase?
Yeah,
Like
I was just going off of, I was
if
just
his
going off
numbers
of
was
that season.
really close, if his number was really close, then I would have been like, why the fuck is he even on this list?
But this is
You
going
know?
off of we're going off of this past season, and then look at the two quarterbacks, Joe Burrow and Derek Carr.
Yeah, but that's
And this
that,
was
that's
his first year
another
playing
reason.
with Derek Carr.
They played before.
Jamar Chase had been playing with Joe Burrow since college.
And Devontae Adams and what's it called? Played in college.
Yeah, they played in college and then haven't played
you
for like 6 years.
So we can't use that. So you want to use that they've been consistently playing because it's like he's always they
they've
play
been
together.
consistently playing together. And
yeah, and so but the thing is this, you're right. They have been consistently playing together and they've been in the league 3 years, 2, 3. And Devontae hasn't been consistently playing with thinking he's been in the league 25,000 years. So I mean, all right. I think it's a reach, but I'm not against what you're saying. I'm not against what you're saying. But I also gave it to them because they are younger in the league. So I feel my longevity might be on my side with the younger ones.
listen.
So I saw this was trending on Twitter for about 48 hours. They were trying to see what hit was the most well-deserved hit of all time. And this one was ranked number 1 most well-deserved hit of all time. My child, Juju Smith-Schuster. I don't know if you guys remember this iconic hit, but the play before, this little ugly tiger thingy that's laying on the ground, gave Antonio Brown what is now CTE to this day, and he hasn't been the same since that hit. And then this play, Smith gave him what he deserved. So does anyone have a most well-deserved hit of all time coming to them? Or in their
I'm gonna have to think.
Yeah, I can't think of one off the top of my head. I like this one though. I remember that game.
That's also the same game that Ryan Shazier got paralyzed because of the
Oh wow.
Yep, that is also the same game.
Bengals defense was Burfett was
the AFC North is just they call it the hood of the NFL.
Yeah, well, it's crazy because he was laying people out. Like they were getting fined left and right. I don't have a hit that comes to mind, to be honest. I think that one hit, remember the one they had on Flacco when he went to slide and Buddy hit him, Dolphins?
Yeah.
And he was like, it was Kuechly, I think, or it was the Panthers. I don't know. Anyway, somebody hit that dude. He was sliding, laid him out. I mean, he just ain't know what to do with himself. When they asked him where you was at, he was like, I'm in school. And he was like, what? No. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but perfect. That does you had it coming to you. I'm sorry. Especially after he hit the hell out of him and it stood over him the way he did. I taught him well. All right. So now we have trivia. Okay. Now this is extreme trivia. And by extreme trivia, I know there's going to be no multiple choice. I'm going to ask the question and everyone's going to text me or message me privately on Zoom, or you could text me your answer. So that way nobody's cheating.
Frank,
I already said no.
I may not have to pay, but
at the beginning to ask you first because you like to copy my questions. I mean my answer.
So yes, I'm going to there is a few. There's one that's true and false. That's the only like easy 50-50 one.
I'm sending my shit now. Oh wait, no, hold on. Because I had pictures of something.
So I'm gonna ask questions. There's no multiple choice, so you have to answer them. But it's gonna be either player, team, year, or number, you know. So there's
Let,
not like
I know I got the chat directly to Bree. You know what I'm saying? Don't chop. Don't June. Don't cheat him, June. Cause I know June.
I'm not. Hey, I'm looking
All right.
right now. Oh, hold
So
on.
the
We're going
first
to
one
the
is
chat with the Bree.
the first one is gonna be super easy, okay? The first one, I'm gonna make it super duper easy, okay? And just text me the answers, okay? Let me get my notebook so I can keep score.
All right, look, I probably can't play, but I'll try.
You can play, Nikki.
No, I gotta. You don't see I'm doing stuff. I gotta hurry up.
All right. The first one. Which team won the first ever Super Bowl in 1967?
Oh,
It's the easy one. Which
Got it.
team won the first ever Super Bowl in 1967?
Did you get it?
June said the Eagles.
It was the Eagles.
I'm just. Hold on, Bree. Let me.
Yo, how the fuck did I make this money? I don't see.
Okay, I got June and I got Frank's.
Nikki, don't be looking that shit up.
I just told you I don't even feel like
everybody got the first question correct. It was the Green Bay Packers.
I'm so proud of Nikki. That Nikki knew that. You know what I'm saying?
Second. Oh, June, you missed it real fast. You missed it.
I was about to say what?
Wait, no, listen. You missed it real fast. We had a picture last time we recorded, and it was like running backs, right? And one of the running backs was Jerome Bettis. And Nikki said, I don't even know who that is. Me and Frank just paused for like 2 minutes straight.
Nikki be knowing stuff too, though. I'm never gonna forget, Nikki. I got your back. The rule that you knew.
I said, Nikki, you have homework to do on Jerome Bettis. All right, the next question. Which number did Jim Brown wear for the Cleveland Browns? That's a legendary number.
I don't know it.
Don't look it up either. What number?
No, I'm not. I just don't know. I don't know it.
Just guess a random number. Jim Brown.
I just wrote my favorite number on him.
Okay, I got Jim's, I got Nikki's, and I got Frank's. You guys are all incorrect. The number's 32.
That's what I put.
No, you didn't.
Man, I was gonna put 23.
June, what you put, June? What you put, June?
11.
I put 10.
I should have wrote what I wanted to write. 5. I just put my favorite number.
Okay. Yeah. Next question. True or false? Adrian Peterson is the NFL all-time leading rusher.
Oh, I keep doing it. Hold on.
Hold on, my phone's glitching.
No, great. Just make sure you got everybody's before you start glitching.
I'm trying to open up yours, Frank. I'm in June.
I need it. 4 o'clock. Okay.
The correct answer is false. So everybody got that correct.
Oh, I'm about to say, I ain't got that shit wrong. What's going on? I thought you said
no. The correct answer is false. Everybody got that right. Everybody put false. Okay. All right. Next question. Another easy one. In 2019, Lamar Jackson became the second player in NFL history to be named unanimous MVP. Who was the first?
In 2019?
So in 2019, Lamar Jackson became the second player ever in NFL history to be named unanimous MVP. Who was the first player ever to be named? If y'all don't
get this right, if y'all don't get this right, y'all all fired. That's it. Me and Bree starting fresh.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Who was the first player ever in NFL history to get unanimous MVP?
June. If you get this wrong, June,
Bro,
I'm gonna
I already
reconsider.
sent it to her.
Huh?
I already sent it to her.
Okay, did he get it right, Bree?
Yes, he did.
What about Nikki? What about Nikki? Nikki.
No.
Oh, I've been told you.
So Frank and June got it right with Brady. Nikki put Megatron.
I don't know. Oh, did she say quarterback?
No, I said first player to win unanimous
Person.
MVP.
Oh, okay.
He's never won
I
MVP.
don't know.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, he just made it to the thing. I don't know.
Okay. Y'all better not get this one wrong. Look, Frank said, y'all better not get this one wrong. Okay. Who won the Super Bowl MVP award when the Steelers won in 2009 against the Cardinals? Who won Super Bowl MVP that year when the Steelers won against the Cardinals? Better not get this wrong.
I don't know. Hold on. I don't watch this.
Yes, you're fucking wrong.
I thought it was him.
Who won what? When the
Who won
no.
the Super Bowl MVP award when the Steelers won in 2009 against the Cardinals?
It wasn't him.
No, it wasn't him.
I still feel bad for
Who won
Fitzgerald.
MVP?
Oh, for Fitzgerald.
Yeah, I think that's one player that I want.
Can you answer the question? I want to know who it was because I know I could have sworn it was him.
All right, so everybody got that wrong.
What? Was it Holmes?
It was Santonio Holmes, toe
Man,
tap
that's what I
to win
put.
the Super Bowl, wide receiver. He won Super Bowl MVP that year.
I put Ward, bro.
He
Listen,
put Hines Ward. To me, it should have been Big Ben because
That's what I thought. Honestly, I thought it was Big Ben.
I was home. Not that she says right.
It was Santonio Holmes.
It was Holmes.
It also could have been James Harrison for the longest
Hell yeah.
interception in Super Bowl history, and then
He
you
almost
pass out in the end
died.
zone.
He almost
Yeah, he passed
put
out.
oxygen
I
on him.
think that was so iconic. Everyone's cheering, and he's
Bro.
laid out dead in the end zone, and
He
nobody
looked like me
realizes.
with my CPAP machine on the side with the mask.
Man,
No one realized that he wasn't getting up until the paramedics came out and put a breathing machine on him.
Yeah, that motherfucker was struggling, bro. He was struggling.
He should have won Super Bowl MVP that year.
Yeah, you're right. Because he almost died. He almost died.
Okay. Which team won the most Super Bowls in the 1970s?
Oh, you know what?
Bree is a disrespect for me. It's just, I'm just gonna keep drinking until the
Hines Ward.
Yo, I thought he did, fam. I thought he got the Escalade at the end. I really think I watched the game. I forgot it was
So June said Packers, Nikki said Browns, and Frank said Steelers. And the correct answer was the Steelers.
Yeah, the Packers ain't win nothing. They won the first 2 or 3 Super Bowls, but then after that,
in the 70s, Bradshaw was our quarterback. He won.
Come on,
I
June.
was thinking back in the day, those old school really they used to dominate.
Bro, you got NFL Network playing in the background. Shout out to NFL Network. They're not laying anybody off. And you know what I'm saying? And come on, bro. Like I seen Julian Edelman's face the most. That just tells you how consistently the New England Patriots was always winning.
Okay, 2 more questions.
All right, let's go.
What year did the Houston Texans play their first NFL season in the NFL? What year did the Houston Texans play their first season in the NFL?
Got it.
I don't know.
No, wait a minute.
June was the closest with 2005.
Oh,
Frank,
I'm gonna put 2000.
Frank said 2008, and Nikki said 83.
Yo, the old
No, I was gonna put 20. I was gonna put 2000, but I don't know.
Was it 06?
It was 2002.
Yeah, I was gonna put 2000.
Their first NFL season was 2002.
I was in the Navy,
I was in boot camp, so it didn't matter.
That's
why I'm wrong.
I was at NRD New York recruiting NRS Melrose.
I was 8 years old.
Thank you, Bree.
Bree was still a thought.
I'll go jump out the window of my house now. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Olayinka, where were you at 2002?
In Nigeria.
Back in the motherland. Yes, love it.
I was in 10th grade.
Look at you.
All right, and the last one, it's a little difficult, but gotta make it fun. In 2000, who became the first team to make 4 first-round picks in the same NFL draft?
In 2000?
In 2000, which team became the first team to make 4 first-round picks in the NFL in the same NFL draft?
No, I was on deployment. No, I wasn't.
I gotta pick a team. Pick a team. Okay, I got Frank's answer.
Just pretend like I answered. I gotta make lunch for my
She said the
kids.
Jaguars. That's what she said.
There you go.
Jags.
Okay. I'm just waiting for June's. Okay. Nikki said Jags. June said Packers, and then Frank said the Lions, and the correct answer was the New York Jets.
Told you.
So Frank won with 4, June won with 3, and Frank won with 4. June came in second with 3, and Nikki came in third.
June, don't hate, bro. Don't hate, my man. Listen.
Hold on. You didn't tell me which is gonna be 4 questions.
It wasn't. It was like 7. Y'all got 3 wrong.
We should have went with like 9 just to, you know what I mean? I didn't know that. If not, I would have.
It wasn't 4 questions though, June.
Listen, bro. Mira, escúchame, hermano, por favor. Tú estás retirado ahora mismo. So, tú tienes mucho tiempo para ponerte a ver cosas en NFL Network. Mira, hay muchas cosas en MGM Plus que yo estoy viendo también. You just do your homework, bro.
All right. So
this rigged. This just like the NFL and the damn gambling.
It's part of the script.
I have another.
This is scripted. This is scripted.
Part of the script.
So there's 5 quarterbacks with most games with perfect passer rating, right? So there's 5 quarterbacks that have the most games with a perfect passer rating. Someone name me one.
Oh, I'm sorry. What you said again?
So there's 5 quarterbacks that have the most games with a perfect passer rating. Someone give me one and how many games?
What?
Well, we know Joe Rogan needs to be the one because he's.
So there's 5. So there's a total of 5 quarterbacks, right? This is not trivia either. So there's 5 quarterbacks with the most games with a perfect passer rating, meaning they have more than one game with a perfect passer rating. Someone name me one and how many games you think they had with the perfect passer rating.
I don't know, babe. I'm just trying to make
It's not trivia, Frank. You can say it out loud.
Oh, it's not Tom Brady.
And how many do you think he had?
3.
Yes, that's correct. Someone name me another one.
It's not Jameis Winston.
No, you're right.
Should I do this other ground beef?
What's crazy is that y'all probably won't guess the other 2.
Russell Wilson.
There's 5. There's 4 more.
Russell Wilson.
No.
So at number
5, Lamar Jackson had 2
Mm-hmm.
with perfect passer rating. Kurt Warner and Tom Brady had 3. Peyton Manning and Big Ben had 4 games with perfect passer ratings.
So notice out of those 4 quarterbacks, 3 are AFC and only 1 is NFC. What is going on downstairs?
All right. And then before we go, one last thing before we go, let me go ahead and flip. because it's on my phone and we can't share photos or videos on here. Not photos, videos. Switch camera. June posted one of them, and I'm gonna post the other.
Latinos pronounce NFL teams part 3.
Luis, ¿cómo se llama el equipo de fútbol? Ese es Pittsburgh Steelers.
I actually watched that one before she even posted.
Ese es Miami Dolphins.
Disrespect.
Ok, Luis, ¿quién está aquí? Los Seattle Seahawks. ¿Quién está aquí? Washington Commando.
Oh, that's so dumb.
Nueva England Patriots.
What about England Patriots?
And I see the best last, y'all. Philadelphia Eagles.
Eagles.
Yeah, that's not funny, guys.
Yo, dímelo, mi gente. So y'all really want a part 2, huh? That's all y'all gotta say. Let's go! Luis, ¿cómo se llama ese equipo de fútbol? Esos son los que cocinan. Casa City Chef.
That's the one I saw.
Minnesota Vikings.
It's so loud.
¿Quién está aquí? Esos son los duros. Buffalo Bills. Ok, Sergio, ¿quién está aquí? Indianapolis Colts.
That's how they say Indianapolis. That shit irritating.
Los fanáticos son locos. Las Vegas Raiders.
Ryder?
Ok, Sergio, último. San Francisco 49ers.
I think last one.
How Latinos pronounce NFL teams.
¿Cómo se llama este equipo de fútbol? New York Yes.
That's the funniest one to me right there.
Baltimore Ravens.
Baltimore Ravens.
Ok, ¿quién está aquí? Nueva Orleans. Ok, primo, ¿y este equipo aquí? Ese me gusta. Tennessee Titans. Ok, primo, ¿y este aquí? Houston Texans.
Houston, Texas.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Buccaneers.
Ok, primo, ¿y este aquí? Cincinnati Bengals.
That was funny.
Houston, Texas.
I saw all of them and I was like, oh, I have to save them and show them on the podcast. Like, it was just the funniest thing ever. But
Houston,
that's it.
Texas.
Buccaneers.
Yo, so we're 60, what I said, 65 days away from the first game of the season.
Mm-hmm.
When does training camp start? You know off the top of your head or no?
Yes, actually I do. So I have that chart actually. I thought I saved it to my phone. But all training camp starts at the end of this month. On July 29th, I will be at the Rams training camp. And on August 5th, I will be at the Chargers training camp.
Well, listen,
So they all start at the end of this month.
so we're not far. Look, NFL season about to start here soon. Thank you for supporting us during the off season. I know we haven't been consistent, but we're gonna get consistent, especially with the season starting up. Tune in, stay focused, stay what we got going on, laser focused on what we have going on. When June get the merch going, we're gonna put that on the site. And yeah, man, it's another good recording. I love it. I know it took a little longer than normal, but we had to catch up. We'll get more consistent on that end, but it was good to be here. I had a good time.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, I started drinking water. America, I'm sorry I'm not on the camera. However, listen, there was another good recording. It really was. It always bring me joy when we're able to come on here, all four of us, able to come on here and just decompress a little bit and talk about a sport that we all love equally. very much. Now, I know some of my other co-hosts like other sports, but I say we all love equally. So y'all just stick with us. I'm still talking. Stick with us, and rock on. Y'all have a blessed 4th of July. Stay hydrated, and get your mind right. The week starts. The work week starts tomorrow.
And ends Friday. I'll go and then June can close out. Great. Always pleasure doing this with you guys. A little bit closer to the football season. Training camp, then we have preseason. We also have college football and NFL all around the corner. Great episode, fun games. Looking pleasure to recording with you guys again, hopefully on Saturday or next week. And everyone stay hydrated and stay warm. Also put on sunscreen. I'm completely sunburned on my face and my neck and my body. So make sure you wear your sunscreen. It's 115 degrees today in California. So I want everybody to stay safe and have a good 4th of July. And also I put on the screen all of the dates for training camps where rookies and veterans will report.
Hey, it was a good time here. Like I said in the beginning, it was a while since I've been on here, and it feels like I haven't seen you guys in a while. So definitely a good time to decompress and get ourselves back together. I can't wait. 65 days, Frank said, to the first game, and then 66 days to Frank's retirement. So the countdown for both are kind of jointly combined. So I can't wait for those two big dates. Good time seeing you guys. Stay heated because this heat wave is coming. I know it's a little cold out there in Cali.
What was I about to say? I mean, that countdown also goes for us. We're gonna be all reunited again. In between that 65, 66 days. So yeah, just rock on with her.
It's gonna be epic. All right, so next week, stay safe, like, share, subscribe, comment, let us know what's going on, what you think we could do better, what you want to hear more of. Thanks for listening to Frank Presents the Play Call. Have a good week.
Bye.